All right, guys, Melissa here. I gotta get to work, so I only have a minute this morning. The sunlight's coming in. How do you know when you are getting over your ex-husband? Ex-husband. How do you know? I had someone say to me after the divorce, "Good. Now it's more important. It's more important than ever now that you are taking good care of yourself." I think when you go through a divorce, there's a lot of grief, there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of frustration, especially when you're left hung out to dry, as I was. I'm like, one minute I'm hearing, yes, go to Colorado, we'll figure it out. The next minute I hear, as soon as I say, well, it might take a little longer because I still can't find any housing in New Hampshire, I see a husband take a fit and say, basically, I'm sick of you and I want a divorce. So when it hits you without even a real conversation, just I'm not happy and I moved on, without even wondering, um, is she happy? Is she okay? And it hits you out of nowhere after 33 years, a whole adult life together. Um, it's going to take a little bit to get, what's the word I'm looking for? Uh, Sustained or stable. So after not only did I get hit over here with him pretty much not even, pretty much leaving me with nothing in a state I knew nobody. It took me a little while to get some sustainability, some stability here. So it was the networking that helped me. I just kept going. I got to know people. It was, I was going through jobs again fast. Same thing as in my high school years when I went through a lot of jobs because of the trauma of abortion. Um, and kind of having a chip on my shoulder when I was younger with some jobs. I did. I was like, if you talk to me like that and you disrespect me, I'm out of here. And I think the abortion with feeling mistreated had affected me more than anybody would know at that time, feeling like if you disrespect me, I'm out of here. And that can still come up for a woman too because you were so mistreated with your baby being torn apart, right? I saw a cute little baby yesterday and I'm like, oh, it makes me want a baby again, right? They're so sweet, they're so innocent, vulnerable, and then they're torn to pieces. How do you know when you're almost over him? So I have a song, I did my exercise video almost over him. And what ends up happening is one day you wake up. It just comes out of the blue. One day you wake up and you're like, you have that stability built in your life, whether it's networking, whether it's a job. I mean, I've been at my job for a little while now, without even realizing it. There's been times at my job I have not even been at my best, and I've still been working there. Um, and it's that sustainability, being stable. It's having the same relationships over and over, week after week. Going to church week after week. It's building those systems that will make you stronger, so that you're like, okay, my life is stable now. Like we've been at this apartment now over a year, and I've been in Colorado now for 3 years. Just last week, my son said, did you realize it's like 3 years now we've been in Colorado? This is like the anniversary we got here, and I'm like, oh yeah. So when you go through a divorce, I mean, you are pulled way, way out there, especially when it hits you sideways. Maybe if it was a planned divorce, it's maybe a little different, but when somebody turns on you, it's just not only are you in shock and you're like, is this really real? Is this divorce really real? But then you're like trying to piece your life back together. So once you're stable again, usually that's when you start realizing you are now healed. So I noticed a guy yesterday, and I said to somebody, I said, "Boy, he looks like he works out." And it was pure. It was pure when I said that. And I'm just like, "Wow, you are actually noticing older men now, and you are actually healing up from the trauma of what you went through. So it's a good feeling, guys. And again, not only did I get here and I was exercising and giving myself a lot of self-care from the abortion and the post-abortive class, but I continued giving myself self-care. And now I am very focused on my needs. Not only did I have to go through a lot to survive here, but I am now focused on my needs, and I am at that point of waking up. And after, like Sheena Easton says, once you've been over town painting the town, going out and having your fun, I am now over you. So it is a good feeling, ladies, to put your needs first and to be like, yep, I am now over him. So it is good. The door has now closed with him. I had tried to work it out, and I am now done. We are done, and there's nothing left except I did sign, I did put a court paper out, and then I will be motioning the court for alimony after 33 years, especially where somebody lied to the court quite a bit. But I'm over him now, and that's how you do it. And it's not even about forgiveness. It's not about, you can forgive someone, or maybe you don't forgive some things. And that's between you and God. And so you can move on and you can be like, yep, I am now coming back to myself. And it is a very good feeling, guys.